So I'm sure that I'm not the only one that realizes that 2020 has been a complete and utter shit show. Um, Everything from the pandemic to our elections here in the U.S., all of it, just every aspect of it has been like draining. All of my relationships have been tested, and I'm sure you guys feel the same way. And so I've had, even work situations like last minute add-on classes, and the workload's been insane, and there's all of these like anxieties and fears and phobias that are like surfacing. And I started to do some work on me, and I came across a philosophy by Carl Jung, and it's about our shadow. So it's a fragmented, disassociative part of our own personality where all of our rage, bitterness, envy, resentment, negativity, it's where all of that resides. And it's a part of us that is there, ever present, but it's in the shadow, it's in the back. It's the dark side of our personality, the part of ourselves that we don't want to share with others, or we don't acknowledge, or we hide. And we might not even, like I said, we don't acknowledge it, so we're not even aware that it's there. So I started reading about this philosophy and reading about it, and finally started doing the work involved in acknowledging what your shadow and your traits in your personality that are negative, and you have to, and triggers, things that trigger you. They trigger you for a reason. So you start looking at that, and projection. So things that you don't like in other people are usually things that you have in your shadow that you don't like about yourself. So it's been so interesting, but it's also been really draining. And been doing it for, not very long, maybe just over a month. And I realized that 8 years ago, when I lost my father, I didn't fully grieve him. And I started distracting myself with things that were toxic, and surrounding myself with people that might not have been the best for me, unhealthy distractions. And, it's not a healing that happens overnight, but it is very cathartic. So if you don't know what shadow work is, I would recommend looking it up, getting books on it, really doing the hard work of releasing all of that toxic energy that resides inside of us. And I'm now working on something called The Outer Child. So I'm actually waiting on a book that should be getting here tomorrow. And the outer child is the part of ourself that self-sabotages. So it's like, binge eating or binge drinking or spending too much or procrastination. It's that part of us that sabotages healthy relationships and productivity. So I'll fill you in on that. But I just wanted to share with you, if any of you guys have had this year that's been pretty insane and have started questioning all these different things, and started questioning your own behavior and why you do certain things the way that you do, then I think that looking into shadow work by Carl Jung is a good place to start. So I know that for me, it has been cathartic. It's ongoing. It's not a process that you just do for a week or two and then you're like miraculously super self-aware and enlightened. And no, it's an ongoing process. It's a lot of journaling. It's a lot of asking the tough questions. It's a lot of crying. It's a lot of alone time. It's a lot of that, but it really gets to the root of why we feel certain things, and that shadow develops over time. So when you bring that shadow to light and you acknowledge it and you embrace it, you can then heal that wound and move forward. So I thought I'd share with you guys. Have a great day.